So I would like, if you have just a few minutes, how many of you have been here for the whole time? Wow, yeah, so, yeah, thank you for being here for over 3 hours. And so some of you saw the stone that I passed it as a sort of baton at the beginning, and it may seem like a strange baton to pass, but it was something that my son gave me several years ago, and he called it the sun and moon stone, and he attributed kind of magical powers to it as a 7-year-old. But I chose it for a couple reasons. That it is a symbol of the evolution of life on Earth, from essentially a rock to this incredible living planet, and how long that took, and also how delicate that web of life is. This is actually a photo I just took last weekend. So this is a real live spider, part of that delicate web of life. And then also just that connection to the next generation, and even a sense of love and mystery around this amazing living planet. I'm really struck here by some of the synergy among all the different points of view that we saw here, the love and beauty and interconnectedness. It was really interesting to see how, as all these different folks from the humanities and social sciences were grappling with climate change, that we were thinking not only about nature as this thing that is out there, but as something that we're part of, that we actually need to be whole beings. And not only that, but a lot about human relationships came up in here, about equality and inequality. One idea that I started with was that in order to protect the web of life, one thing that I would argue we have to untangle is the web of domination or dominion. Humans over nature, but also humans over each other. And maybe I'll end on that note. As we think about climate change, it may seem like it's a problem that is out there, maybe just a technical problem that we could solve if we just had the right technology. But maybe we can also see ways in which this is a problem that's in here, that it's a human problem, and we're going to perhaps have to rethink, what does it mean to be a human? I'm coming from the humanities, the field of history, and often we do think of climate change as a problem for the scientists and the inventors. But that driving question of the humanities, what does it mean to be human? It's a beautiful question, and sometimes it sounds like a silly question or even a naive question, because we know that being human means so many different things. There's incredible diversity, just as there is with the web of life. But I think we need to keep asking that question, not just about the past. Like, what did it mean to be human in the 19th century or in the 17th century, or whenever we want to say, but what does it mean today? And what does it mean knowing what we know about this web of life and how we are a part of it? So thank you all for coming out today. There were moments when the number of people in here swelled to nearly 70, and there were just people standing all over the place. And I'm really grateful to all of the speakers, everybody who showed up. We will have a video recording that we'll be able to share. So you could, if there's anything that really spoke to you, you could let your friends, family members, other colleagues know about that. But thank you so much for coming out and for supporting this larger idea of the climate strike.